Going through this journey was like going through hell, and I hate to think of anybody else having to go through it. So we're going to talk about it. Addiction and chronic pain and where things can lead if you're not careful. I want to talk about it because it's important. If it can help anybody else, then just one person, it's worth it to me. I didn't know it would be this hard. I didn't think it could happen to me. I can't deny it anymore. I'm addicted to my medication. I can't help myself anymore. I need someone to help me. I hide my medicine. I didn't want anyone to take any out of it. I was afraid people would steal my pills because there would be less in the bottle. I wouldn't understand why, even though it was me that took them, and I would hide my bottles. I tell myself that if I run out, I can't blame anyone else because no one else knows where the bottles are. I'm thoughtful like that, but also cunning. Anytime I feel extra stress, I can find a reason to take the medication. I deal with my emotions that way, but I realize in not really dealing with my emotions in a positive way, I'm only hurting myself. I hate going to the pharmacy because I feel like they pity me or they judge me. I feel they think they are better than me. I feel like the medicine has sucked the joy out of me. These are my pain journals, and this is my addiction journal, and I'm going to share with you. We'll talk about it in the tea chat because this is an important topic. So I'm trying a new tea today. This is turmeric, cinnamon, and moringa. I don't know what moringa is, but turmeric is so good for you. If you are someone that chronically has pain, inflammation, it might be something to look into. And this is the one that I take. I buy this on Amazon. I take every day. I take 3 tablets. It lasts a long time. There's 180 tablets in there. And let me tell you, I used to have knee pain. My knee used to be like always bothering me, but when I started taking this, I noticed that went away. I mean, it's worth a try. So you can get that on Amazon, and it's only like $25, depending on if it's on sale or not. So definitely worth your money. So these are pain journals, and I hate that they even have to exist, but these represent really hard times in my life. Times that brought me down so low, that times that I didn't even want to keep living, and that's the honest truth. But God pulled me through it. So I'm going to share this with you from my pain journal. I titled it Journey Through Addiction because that's what it was. It was a journey through addiction. So I want to say that pain is something I've experienced since childhood. I went to a pain clinic for 2 years, consistently on medication that was increased all the time. And by the end of 2 years, I was so addicted to it. You can't imagine the thoughts that went through my head of how I could get more pain pills. So I was beginning to take my pain medication, not as prescribed. I was taking more than I was supposed to because I reasoned I was in so much pain. And on November 20th, I'd taken 3 tablets by 12 o'clock from that morning to 12. But the pain returned. I ended up yelling at Jeff and felt really bad about that. When you are going through chronic pain, it affects your family as well as yourself. I remember laying in bed one night and I was scared I wasn't going to sleep through the night, that I was going to die because I had taken like 7 pain pills that day. I was in extreme pain that day. And I told Jeff how many I took because I was afraid if I didn't wake up, I wanted him to know what happened. And that was a scary feeling, and nobody should ever have to go through that. But I just felt like consistently my doctors didn't understand the pain I was in. They didn't understand. It almost felt like they thought it was in my head, but to me it was real. And they also didn't warn me about the possible addiction that could happen with the pain pills I was prescribed. So I was first prescribed things like hydrocodone, and then it moved into like opioids. And I liked the way they made me feel because it almost like they brought a sense of joy and made me get my mind off the pain, even if it was just very temporarily. They brought like almost like this buzz of happiness. And that's something I was very lacking at that time with the chronic pain. So it's easy to see why it became addictive, because it made me feel good. Although when it wore off, the pain was perhaps even worse. It was a cycle of addiction. Here's the entry from January 30th. Is it too much to ask to be able to sit on your damn butt like everyone else can do, or not have ongoing muscular pain? God help me or kill me. What good am I to you like this? And then I put an asterisk because I had 5 minutes of crying. And then I started staring at the ceiling. Nevertheless, I'm thankful for a job that gives me a sense of purpose. Help me to find my way to my purpose. Help me to feel joy. Bring happiness my way. And then I wrote down the Bible verse, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Help me, Lord, to find the right procedures, the right doctors, the right mental attitude to get through this, and carry me when I can't carry myself. Take each day a day at a time. Don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Remember, you probably won't feel tomorrow as bad as you did today. If I hadn't had this moment of despair today, I wouldn't have had this beautiful breakthrough. God did help me get through it. He was able to reach me, and I'm just so grateful. I can't even tell you where would I be if he hadn't helped me. When I tell you I was trying to help myself, I really was. I did everything from ice to TENS unit to heat on my back. I took supplements. I really did try everything. I did lots of chiropractic treatments. I wanted to get better the natural way, but it just wasn't happening because I desperately didn't want to be on the pain pills. And so my insurance was going to change and I was going to lose my pain doctor. And that was a traumatic thought for me because, he supplied the medication that was currently kind of helping my pain, and I was already addicted to it. And I don't think he ever addressed that. I don't think he really ever addressed, do I need help for that? And he really never knew the agony that I went through. Nobody knew but me and God all the thoughts that I had go on through my head through the chronic pain. My family only knew if I expressed it to them, but I didn't tell them everything. So my insurance was going to change and I was going to lose access to the pain medication. So I quickly turned to God in prayer saying, what am I going to do? I'm going to be going through withdrawals massively. I have 1 more month to see my doctor, and then I'm out of options for my pain medication that I've been on for 2 years. What am I going to do? I felt like he prompted me to find auriculotherapy as an option. If you're not familiar with that, it's like acupuncture, but of the ear. In Chinese medicine, they believe that every part of your ear connects to your body. And I didn't fully understand this, but I was willing to try anything at that point because my pain pills after 30 days would be no more, and I would be going through withdrawals massively. I had 4 weeks to get off of and unaddicted to the pain medication, and I went to auriculotherapy several times a week. And it felt like the withdrawals were lessening. It felt like I was able to minimize my medication, seeing that I was going to run out. I had to taper off of it. And I was told it couldn't be done. I was told if you've been on it 2 years, you can't get off of it in 1 month and be done with addiction. Let me tell you, I did I felt like auriculotherapy and God, prayers to God. He helped me to get off the pain medication. And I am forever grateful. I'm forever grateful because I had no hope, and then it felt like God gave me hope, and it felt like I was able to get on with my life after that, and I'm forever grateful. It's not to say that I didn't have pain over the years after that, but the severe pain levels that I had lessened. I can deal with some pain every day because it's nothing compared to what I used to go to. I can only accredit that to God. I don't know how else to accredit it to. So I experience pain almost every day of my life, but it's not to that extent that it used to be. So in my 2016 journal, this is when I'm getting off the pain medication. And I even attended a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. For me, that was a big deal because I have social anxiety really bad. And I did it. It was my way to tell myself that this pain journey is going to be finished. And this is a signal to myself. This is stepping outside of my comfort zone to prove to myself that I'm not going to go through that anymore. Then I began having a series of dreams about my pain medication. February 1st, 2016. Last night I dreamed I was putting my pain medication under my pillow, and I was counting them in the bathroom with the door locked. I have similar dreams when I think I may run out of medicine or I'm worried about how many are left. Yesterday, I had a good day. I prayed God would take my mind off the medicine. I only took 2.5 tablets. I tried to stay busy. I think that's the key to weaning off of them. Now that I'm not in pain, getting off the medicine has been hard. I have tried harder and leaning on God more. February the 5th. I feel like a prisoner of my own mind. I had a dream that I had a script for pain medication. I wanted to go to the pharmacy to fill it, and I worried someone was going to take them. I think dreams are very telling of our subconscious thoughts. I am still having a hard time weaning down. It makes me wonder what's wrong with me. I'm going to try to just take 2.5 pills today because I am still pretty much pain-free besides occasional headaches and upper back pain. You see, at that point, I was pretty much done with most of the pain, but getting off the pain medication was the problem. And then on April the 4th is when I started auriculotherapy, and that's when it really helped. Here was some more insight that I had. When you go to those pain clinics, they don't explain in that the medicine, what it really does to your mind. You begin to lose yourself. You compromise relationships. You lose self-worth. They don't try hard enough to get patients off the medication. They don't mention other therapies like auriculotherapy or acupuncture. If they have never been addicted to pain medication, they can't understand what's going on in your mind. And when you have a family to take care of, you have to cover yourself as best you can and still function. It's something I hope my kids never have to go through. So towards the end of this pain pill journey, April 28th, I'm still on 1 pill a day. I know if I don't come down to a half a tablet by today or tomorrow, I will struggle. I'm not going through with withdrawal, and the auriculotherapy has definitely helped with my anxiety. I am seeing that keeping busy and having purpose may help. Certain inspirational songs I listen to, certain Bible verses, talking to certain people, taking walks. What concerns me is my ongoing tailbone issue and finding a non-narcotic treatment. Last journal entry, June 22nd, 2017. I took my last pain medication just over a year ago. I can't believe how different my life is. Now I don't get sad that often at all, and I have many more moments of joy. I credit my success to God and family prayers and auriculotherapy and chiropractic care. I still have fear of taking pain medication. I worry about what if I need surgery and they prescribe it temporarily for pain. Will I be able to handle that? I can't worry about things like that though. I have to live my life. I rarely even take Tylenol or ibuprofen anymore. My arthritis is better thanks to turmeric. So I will say, over the years, there's times I've had to go to the hospital for an injury or something, and I was afraid when I got pain pills it would be an issue for me. But I find that if I just get a week or two's worth of pain medication, if I have a severe injury and go to the hospital and get it legit, I don't feel addicted to it. In fact, I'll have pills left over, and that's not something I used to would ever do. So that shows, the power of overcoming things and prayer and faith and natural means when possible. And we're all on a different journey, and you may have some legit different conditions than what I had where you can't get off of it. And I don't know your story. This is just my story and how it's affected me and what my thoughts were and how I had to get off of it for myself. But if you're going through something like that, I just pray for you. I've been there. I know it's hard, and I hope that you will be able to get somewhere in life where you can feel joy again. Comment down below, are you on a journey of going through having to be on pain medication or addiction in general, if you want to talk about that? And welcome to talk about it. And here I am now, so many years later, and I'm okay. So I hope you will be too. Thanks for watching. Bye.